Have you been finding it difficult as a learner to manage your time? Do you have challenges coming up with an effective study timetable? And by an effective study timetable or an effective study timetable, I mean the timetable that you can follow in terms of your studies, that you can even see you are improving in the subjects, that can help you to manage your time. And that is what I call an effective study timetable. Now, you'd agree with me that some of you have a study timetable, but you fail to follow it. And the reason could be your planning is poor. So in this video, I'm going to take you through how to design an effective study timetable. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to design an effective study timetable that you are going to rely on in terms of your studies, that you are going to see even managing all the subject, allocating the time for all the subject, and that will result into the improvement in the subjects that you think are difficult. That is what an effective study timetable should be. So let us start. So what you need, so this timetable that I've designed here, as you can see, there's a template. I'll call it a template because it is not for a particular individual. This one, everyone can use it. Now let me try to explain it. So this study timetable that I've designed here, the subject that I've considered if you are doing grade 10 to 12, that is a Zambian syllabus, ECZ. The subjects that we have commonly, we have English, mathematics, physics, biology, RE, chemistry, geography, commerce, and civic education. But there are those that are taking pure sciences that have also additional mathematics, accounts, GMD, all those subjects. But in this case, I'll explain with the subjects that we have, but you should be able to fit in the subjects that are missing here. So now, if you are going to study also, because I'll take time also on how you planning, how you study. So this timetable requires you to study 4 times a day. So this timetable requires you to study 4 times a day. Now, it doesn't matter how many hours are you going to allocate for each time you start studying, but I will encourage you to put 1 hour and above for each subject. So 1 hour and above for each subject. So which means the minimum should be 1 hour. Okay? And of course, depend with your target. Are you targeting finishing the topic? Are you targeting 2 topics? Are you targeting? So, depending with that, but at least you allocate what? 1 hour per session. So, let us say in the first session, so this one we can call it the phase or session. So, in the first session, let's say you study biology. So, you allocate, let's say 1 hour for biology. Okay? In the second session, you study RE, that is 1 hour. In the third session, you put an hour also for civic education, an hour for chemistry. So, in total, if you are going for an hour, you have 4 hours already. Okay? So 4 hours. Now, some of you might be wondering why I have put mathematics everywhere, okay, and in each phase or in each session why I've put mathematics. Well, if we are to design a timetable that is effective, a study timetable, for me I would say mathematics shouldn't even be on the study timetable, but this is something that I'm explaining. I'll explain why mathematics should not be part of the subjects that you are allocating on the timetable. So I've put here, because some of you not putting it on the study timetable, you might be forgetting that you also need to study mathematics. That is the reason why I've put here. So the 1 hour that you are allocating is for these other subjects. So per session here, per phase that you are meeting, you are considering I'm just studying biology. So look at this, the day, we have days here and we have time. So going this side, we are looking at time, but going down, we are looking at days. So on Monday, according to this timetable that we have, on Monday, you meet, that is the first session, you meet or you study biology. I don't know what time you are going to allocate here that you are going to start studying. So I've put, let's say you start studying 03. So you put 03 to 04. That is if you are studying an hour, you study biology. Then in the second session, that is same Monday, you study RE. I don't know what time you are going to put, but in this case I've put 20 to 21. Then in the third session, you study civic education. In this case, I've put 21 to 22. Then in the last phase or session, you study chemistry. Now, look at this. So this one should be even the second one. So like I've said, I don't know the time that you're going to allocate. So in the third, I'll just consider that in the fourth session you meet, you get chemistry, you study chemistry meaning. Okay, so that is how it goes. But every time you start studying a subject that you've put, these that are in green, before you start studying, make sure that you have a 20 minutes for mathematics. So the time for mathematics, if you are studying an hour per day, I've segmented it, or I've put it in 20 minutes. You'll be able to allocate the appropriate time because you know you're planning. So for me, I've put, at least if you can do mathematics 20 minutes before you start studying, solve some questions. You know, mathematics is about solving. There's nothing like studying notes. So you just look at the notes, then you start answering exam questions. Okay, make sure that you have all the past papers, compiled past papers. You can have past papers are everywhere. So you can download past papers as far as, they say, 2016 up to 2023. If you can have these past papers, both paper 1 and paper 2, then you are okay. So every time you meet a 20-minute, you pick a topic, you answer questions on that particular topic, okay? Then you start studying. The reason why you are doing mathematics before any subject, because you find that sometimes your mind tends to be occupied. So to focus, to bring your mind into focus, at least you do some calculation, some calculations. Okay? So you do some calculations, then you start studying. Now, I don't know how you study. If you're going to study, then you stop. That is after the whole of this session is done. I don't know what you do if you just immediately get the RE book and start studying. But if that is the case, before you start studying RE, if you study continuously without a break in the middle, okay? So if you study continuously, immediately you are done with this phase, you get mathematics again. Pick a topic. If you know that the part that let's say in the first part, you didn't finish a topic, or this topic you are not satisfied, you see, okay, there's this part that I need to answer some questions. You can continue with the same topic. So, which means you answer part of the topic, or you answer some questions on the same topic. You know that topic also, they are in parts. Okay, we have one topic that come in paper 1 and paper 2, the same topic. So, maybe in the first case, let's say you are answering question on sets. So you answer sets that comes in paper 1. Then the part that you are going to, the second session, you answer sets paper 2. Then you continue with RE. Then now, in the third session, let's say you've taken a break. When you're starting the third session, you also do some mathematics before you start studying. Let's say you pick the topic this time around, you pick matrices. You answer some question on matrices. Then you start studying an hour. So mathematics, I've said 20 minutes is enough. You can go 30 minutes. If you want, you can go an hour. Okay? Then now, the third session, the fourth session, you can still do also mathematics. Then you start a subject. So that is how this timetable is designed. So if you can do this every time you want to start studying, I can assure you that the improvement will be there. Now, some of you are good you have no problem with mathematics. So which means you can bring in the subjects that you have a problem. But I can assure you that solving mathematics is not just about being strong in mathematics or being weak in mathematics, but it's just to put your mind into focus for the next subject. If you can do mathematics in 20 minutes, you bring your mind focused for the subject. Okay? I guess that part is clear. So now, the other thing that I would say is that each subjects that are here, you know that it differs. Some have problems in biology, some have problems in civic education, others commerce, others. So I have allocated the number of times that you study these subjects according to what I understand. I know sciences, they are not difficult, but we learn things that we've never come across. In short, we look at abstract information. So for it to make sense, you need a lot of time. Okay, so that is the reason why I've allocated sciences, I've allocated sciences more time than other subjects. It's not that they are simple, other subjects are simple or they are not important. No, I've done that because sciences, they're abstract, they require time. For example, if we are to be taught of in geography, let's say you are describing farming. Farming is something that you are familiar with. But now a cell in biology, you've seen. You've never seen a cell. You might not even see it in your life. You have to visualize. You have to look at all that. So that's the reason why I've allocated few time in terms of these other social sciences. But for civic education, I've considered giving it the time same as sciences because I know this is one of the subjects that is giving problems in what? In our schools. But also history. So please, those that are taking history, I know there are those that have a combination of history and civic without geography. So you should be able to fit in all that. Okay, so that is the time, that is the reason why the time differs. So these that are here, the subjects. English, 3 times. Now, some of you might be asking, how do you study English? So for English, studying English, you know that English is in parts as well, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is for composition, okay? I might not know what paper 2 is comprised of, but I know for sure that it's comprehension. So every time you meet for English, dedicate 1 time just for writing, practicing composition. So all this should have also past papers, okay? Let's say in this time you are meeting, you look at, let's say, descriptive composition. You write a descriptive composition. You know, it's all about practicing. Okay, if you have that privilege of asking your teacher at school, you write, then you go there, you know, you have it marked. We used to do that. Okay, the other time that you meet, you just look at, let's say, structure, comprehension. The other time you are meeting. So that is how you do English. Don't do structure, comprehension, this composition at once. Okay, so do composition today. The other day you allocate for paper 2. So that is how you look at English. Okay, so these other subjects, I'm sure they are straightforward. So chemistry appears 4 times a week. Physics appear 4 times a week. Biology 4 times a week. Civic 4 times a week. But be able to change the time, please, depending with the challenges that you have. If you think you have challenges in, you have no problem in biology, you have challenges in chemistry, why can't you allocate more time to chemistry so that you balance up? But at the end of the day, don't neglect any subject. All the subjects are important where the marks accumulation for your certificate is concerned. So no subject is irrelevant. So please, if you can follow this timetable, then you are going to study effectively and you're going to see yourself improving. What I can say is that don't rely much on just studying notes and this. Also look at the past papers, because at the end of the day, the examiners are the ones that prepare, the board, the ECZ, are the ones that prepares your exams. So get to look at their exams. That is how you study effectively. So very important, you have the past papers and the right materials to study. Otherwise, try it out and see if it works and be able to give me a feedback.